What's up, dudes? Hope you got a good pump in for show today. Welcome to the Blind Mike Project. This is your boy, Brendan Schaub. Go to www.blindmike.net for all Blind Mike bullshit. And now, a man with a sixth sense for comedy. From his mouth to my cauliflower ear, Blind Mike Geary.
That's how it's done. I think that's a lesson to Tom Myers for this trip we've got coming up. Because Tom Myers blocked us on Twitter, of course, but he doesn't realize the way it goes is once we go to a live show, obviously we become friends with the guy and they take a job as announcer for our show. So welcome, Brendan Shaw.
Yeah, I think Tom Myers will be announcing us very soon.
It could be a rotating cast. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, obviously it's creepy and I don't even know if I like that we're contributing to it, but like even the stuttering when he's like blind, you can tell he's like not reading it quite correctly.
Like from his mouth.
It's amazing.
His mouth to my cauliflower ear got me.
Well, thank you, Mr. Schaub. Happy to be here, everybody. We've got a lot to get to. We got Bobby Lee is suing Wondery. I want to talk a little more about Bert Kreischer's movie. Bam Margera is having a meltdown. Portnoy brought back Mincey. There's a funny video. And maybe we'll get to some D'Elia stuff that I saw on Reddit. But of course, the main reason we're here is to talk about Tom Myers because we have some business to take care of. So make sure you stick around till the end of the show if you're interested in a possible Havre De Grace trip. We had a reporter on the field get us some inside info. So,
Yes, he did.
so we'll tell you exactly what's going on with our Havre De Grace trip. But I felt this is really just a treat for Craig to open the show. We haven't talked about my therapist in a long time.
It's been nice because his voice creeps me out.
Well, everything's been fun. There hasn't been anything to report, but it's been a constant theme. I do my sessions over the phone now, and I have since COVID, pretty much. And there's always cell phone reception issues for whatever reason.
Let's getting interrupted by a microwave.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you remember that, Craig, because that has evolved.
Okay, good.
So yeah, there's always like cell phone issues. So I would assume like maybe he would start calling me from his, I don't know if he has a landline in his office or what, but like, I would think he would try and better that in some way. Yesterday, he calls me. First, he texts me and says, "Are you available?" Which is unusual. And I reply, "I am. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for you." And then he calls me, and the wind is whipping. He's in a wind tunnel of some kind. And he goes,
He's on some Maine beach.
"Can you hear me, Mike?" I'm like, "Yeah, kind of."
I like to imagine he's in one of those like skydiving tunnels.
Yeah. He's like, hold on, let me get to some quieter ground. And then of course I hear him get into his car, so he's out doing God knows what. And then he's like, "Can you hear me now?" I'm like, "A little bit." So we have an hour session. He had to hang up and call me back 7 times, which is more than every 10 minutes if you're doing the math.
Yeah.
And then he starts getting snippy with me. He's like, "Boy, I don't know what's going on over there." And I'm like, "You are outside, and I know that you are. Why are we doing this?"
I'm in the same spot I'm always in.
You're not even pretending to pay attention to me here.
I always like when his microwave beeps because his hot pocket's already while you're talking about something deep.
Yeah. It's great when you can really tell by his analogies because sometimes he's just like, "Well, sometimes you had rice for dinner last night and you're not sure if it'll be good reheated." And sure enough, it is. And that's kind of what life is like,
Did he really say that?
No, of course not.
Oh, that would have been the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's all leftover analogies. He's like, "Well, I mean, as I always say, French fries, the one things you can't really reheat. They never regain their crispness, and that's sort of like your relationship with your mother, I think,
Pizza in the toaster oven is always better than when you first get it."
That represents your father, as you can probably imagine.
Second chances are always great.
I'm like, this guy really gets down on my level, you know. Yeah, so that was it. Nothing too scandalous, but I know Craig enjoys. If you go back in the archives, folks, he really gets much more sexual than he has been lately.
Yeah, no, I'm getting shit for asking if he actually said that, but that is very much in the realm of possibility that he would say that.
That's too clean for him. He works blue.
That's true.
And for anyone that doesn't go back too far, this started because he would keep making analogies, like if he would bring up Alba, or not, he wouldn't even have to necessarily bring her up. He would talk about like my confidence issues or something, and he'd be like, you know, you think these things about yourself, and yet you have a woman in your bed that wants to make love to you. And I'm like, I guess.
I can tell everyone exactly when this was. It was when we were in Madawaska. So if you type that in,
so June of 21, probably.
Yeah, the first time me and Mike did a show face to face, and he's saying the most horrific shit in that voice to me.
Go back and find that if you like.
Yeah.
It is also, I mean, hot as cunt in here. Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I'm pumped the studio AC works now.
There's no way to do a program, but I soldier on. And we are live, so if you feel sympathy for me and want to donate in the super chats, feel free.
Yep. Bill Loney says, loved your Corn-diff interview on Ripcast. Super chat.
That's a very funny sentence. I know exactly what he's talking about. It's just funny to hear, like that, to think of Corn-diff as, you know, the Mike Wallace of this generation.
Yeah.
Your Corn-diff interview. Yeah, no, he's a you know, I like those guys. It was him and Zero Dark Tony, I believe, is the other gentleman's name.
So go everyone go check that out.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, my main focus is Tom Myers, so we just want to get there. But I mentioned on KMS the other day that I saw the Machine movie. So I don't know how much more we really have to get into it, but you didn't see it, did you?
No, but I can't speak for the chat, but if you spoil it, I'm sure I could have guessed where it's going. I don't know.
Spoiler alert, folks. But things work out for Bert in the end. I hope you guys didn't see that coming. But my main takeaway was what a bad actor Mark Hamill is. If
he's not doing Star Wars or voicing the Joker on the Batman cartoons, he's nothing.
Was he? I should have just asked Kirk this, but is he like is he a shitty actor?
He was bad in the Star Wars movies, but it just kind
of see, I don't know enough. I in my mind, Mark Hamill was a guy like Jason Alexander who just couldn't get work because everyone saw him as Luke Skywalker. So that's just what I assumed about him. He is a dog shit actor. He made Bert look like fucking Marlon Brando.
Oh, Jesus.
At the end, of course, based on body type. But my point is that Bert would like deliver lines in a way where you could like tell he was acting in a comedy. You know what I mean? Like it didn't always seem natural, his delivery or anything, but like it's the first movie starring in, it was fine. Mark Hamill looked like he hadn't talked to a human being in his life.
Well, he is usually talking to robots on set.
Is that how you communicate with people? Why are you using that inflection? It doesn't... His inflection and cadence did not match what the character was supposed to be at all. I didn't think. It was so weird.
Bert talks about his dad enough, you'd think that maybe he would act like his dad.
Well, I wondered, like, why not? Because it's not like Mark Hamill. That's a name people recognize, but no one's like, "Oh, Mark Hamill's in this. Let's run out to the theater."
I don't know, man.
Well, I looked at the numbers. I suspect it's the case.
I don't know if people knew he was in it, though, because every promo was just Bert getting hammered on a red carpet and not showing any part of the movie or who was in it.
I mean, I don't know. They promoted it. He's in the trailer. I don't think Mark Hamill has a lot of star power. But my point is, for whatever name recognition Mark Hamill brings, why not just have a comic that, like, my first thought was, like, Colin Quinn would have been much better in that role.
Oh, that would have been great.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that lines up age-wise. He might be too young to play Bert's dad. But, like, for the character they were going for, that's much better. Like, kind of a dismissive father figure.
If only Hollywood had makeup to make them look older if they had to.
That's true, too. Yeah, they could do it pretty easily. But, like, it's weird to me that they didn't use more comics. And this is not even shitting on. I know a lot of people hate Bert. I don't. And if people said, "Hey, Mike, we're gonna give you a movie about your life, a $20 million budget," I'd be like, "Well, all right, I'll toss my integrity out the window, whatever I have left." So I completely understand why he would do it, but I'm just from a business perspective, from a money making perspective, why not have comics on so you can promote it more in your world? Comedy fans would be more excited to see it. Like, even though Bert has a huge audience, I didn't get the sense that like the comedy community was like, "Oh, we got to go out and see the machine."
I only saw it promoted on Twitter though. I didn't see commercials for it. Like I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I don't know where they ran commercials that they did, but Bert was out like he did all the Barstool shows and shit like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, but like even those shows, like there's not necessarily crossover. So
It's an interesting. I thought it was an interesting experiment because those shows, that circuit when you go do Rogan and
right,
KFC and Segura and all those podcasts, those shows are very good at promoting a new podcast or a Patreon or something like that. So it was an interesting experiment to be like, could that network promote a movie?
now looking past Mark Hamill, was
Yeah.
the movie funny or good in any way?
No, because there were a couple times I breathed out my nose. That's sort of a laugh.
Gotcha.
But it was a lot of like in the movie, there's moments where it's like Bert going through Russia and a certain spot triggers he's like, "Oh, here's where we did this," and they have like a flashback. The kid from American Vandal,
Yeah, Jimmy Tatro.
yeah, he plays young Bert.
Yeah,
And they do like these flashbacks where Bert has a memory and then they have a scene. And I'm like, he could literally just do that. If that's a true story, the machine story, he could literally just do that as like a podcast, like a video podcast. Just go through Russia and be like, here's where this happened. We didn't need a movie for that part. But then to me, the weirdest part of it was that it was an action movie.
see, that could be like sometimes. I don't know if you've ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
No.
It's like a horror movie, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the vein of Club Dread almost, and I think it works.
Well,
So
see, that sounds like I don't know what that movie is, but it sounds like they were going for something specific.
Mhm.
This had no direction. It was like, oh, it's a comedy because Bert Kreischer's in it, but we're just going to make an action movie.
I saw it promoted on YouTube constantly. Yeah, I didn't. I only saw it on Twitter.
I'm sure the promotion wasn't the problem. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Alba also loves Bert,
Yeah.
and we saw it together, and both walked out of the theater and said, "That's exactly what we expected." You know what I mean? So like we went, and it was bad, but didn't disappoint us. So I assume the masses were like, "Nah, I pretty much got it. I know what it's going to be."
I guess I have higher hopes for it. Not anymore, but
yeah, I wouldn't, because it was.
Well, I'm going to be going in now expecting it to be the worst thing I've ever seen, so it might be better than
I already did though. So
it's truly terrible.
No, that's the thing, is it wasn't terrible. It's exactly what I thought it would be. But I was just disappointed like with the way they went about it. Like the fact that Bert's character was an action star wasn't a funny point in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're going to make that movie, if it's an action movie where Bert is the lead character, there has to be some acknowledgement of this is absurd, obviously.
Like he goes for a kip up and can't do it. Like,
yeah, and there really wasn't. I mean, like, he's not comfortable in that role. That's the whole thing. But it's not like this absurd. It should be like if you made Chris Farley the action lead. That's the vibe they should have gone with. And they didn't really, or at least they didn't execute on it well.
Like Beverly Hills Ninja.
I've never seen the film, but I'm assuming, yes.
It's very funny. Mike from Providence donates $1.99, says, give Craig 35 cents of this.
I'll splice it up. After YouTube takes their cut, I'll subtract 35 cents.
Underscore $2 says, Craig superfan, send the other $1.65 with this.
What was I saying though? I had one
Bert
other point
Kreischer movie.
It was also weird. First of all, so Leanne Kreischer is in the movie.
The actual one?
Yes. And she's in scenes like they got a woman to play Leanne Kreischer.
Mm-hmm.
And that woman's not in a ton of the movie, but I get why they would want a real actress. But like Leanne Kreischer is in scenes with the woman, and it's like, well, that's almost like distracting.
And weird.
So that was weird. And also the character's name was Leanne Kreischer, but the daughters had different names, even though he talks about his daughters all the time.
More than anything.
And so that was a little weird. I don't know if there's some legal reason or privacy reason maybe they wanted to do it that way, but that was a little odd.
Maybe Bert just was like, even more people are going to see this than listen to my podcast. So I better not use their real names.
You know what? I'll start privacy now.
Yeah.
And like so I think the intention of it having kind of the father-son relationship with Bert and his dad versus there was also like an angle of his relationship with his oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no like closure on it. It's like she hates him at the beginning of the movie, and then it's never really addressed again.
Principled Uncertainty says they would have made a fortune had it been a movie about the mafia kidnapping him because he made it all up and having him reenact everything. That actually isn't terrible.
That's probably a better angle. I mean, that's essentially the plot of the movie is that they kidnapped him because it's true, not because it's fake. So it's pretty close, but
just make him do it so it's not a lie. That actually wouldn't have been.
Yeah, no, that's funnier. Yeah, that's the weird thing about the movie is like there's something there. There's a potential for a movie in Bert's story. Just the way they went about it was weird.
Bert,
I thought
if we went that angle, Bert would have had to have finally admitted that it wasn't completely true.
Well, even just little shit like not even the Mark Hamill role, but like there's a therapist role in it, very small. But like I was like, oh, that could easily just be Andrew Santino or something. You know what I mean? There's no reason they couldn't have had more comics in it. I'm not even saying that would make it a better movie. I'm saying like for promotion's sake, if your goal is to say like, hey, can we capitalize on this new, kind of devoted podcasting audience and get them into a movie theater? Then you have to actually do it. You can't just take the one guy. It kind of has to be a community effort if that's what you're going for.
Yeah. I mean, that's disappointing. I'm going to have to watch it angrily now.
Swing and a miss.
I wonder how much money he got for that.
So the budget was $20 million.
Damn.
I would imagine he didn't make a ton because it is like an action movie. Something went into it. You got to pay Mark Hamill, I assume.
You'd be surprised.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that breaks down to how much he actually made, but
there's a chance Mark Hamill got a call for this and was like, "You want me in it?"
Right.
For real? You remember?
Oh yeah, I'm under no delusion that people are breaking the door down for Mark Hamill, but it costs something.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, outside of those two roles, he did really well in Luke Skywalker and the cartoon version of the Joker. He doesn't have much range, and Luke Skywalker was still a stretch.
That was the annoying thing is it's like, oh, they got Mark Hamill to play his dad. Mark Hamill there's no connection to Bert Kreischer. There's no connection to that type of character with Mark Hamill. There's nothing that made me think like, yes, Mark Hamill's in that role. It was a very weird one if they were going for a name,
Like it should have been Ron White or something.
That's probably a better example than Colin Quinn. Yeah, make it Ron White.
That'd be great.
Who gives a fuck?
Judging by Bert's stories of his dad, Ron White kind of has that persona too.
That would have been much better. Yeah.
Damn. What a miss. Swing and a miss. I guess you're right.
Well, Bert, we're trying here. We're making a better movie. Let's get back to the drawing board.
It'll be like that when Stephen King remade The Shining himself. He didn't like Kubrick's. We'll do it.
So, and this is a knock on Stephen King, not propping either of us up, but I think we might be better filmmakers than Stephen King from everything I've heard.
Oh no, the one he made was terrible.
Everyone he has his mitts on is a disaster, from what I hear.
Yeah, especially the Shining remake. It was awful.
And the other thing I wanted to talk about from that sort of circle of podcasting is Bobby Lee is suing Wondery.
Yeah.
You're familiar with this?
I'm familiar with Wondery only because of like Suitman.
Is Wondery owned by Amazon?
Wasn't it
Because people kept saying Amazon.
Who owns? I thought for some reason. Why do I think it was HBO?
I don't know. Oh, because that's where that Suitman worked.
That's right.
Yeah, if you guys aren't, if you've heard the name Wondery and you're not sure why, it might be because that's where the Call Her Daddy girls were trying to escape to, under the advice of Suitman.
It is Amazon.
It is owned by Amazon. Yeah. So why? It's weird that Amazon would be trying to slink out of a deal like this, but I guess they signed Tiger Belly to like a three-year deal or 39 months or something. And now they're trying to weasel out of it. And the excuse they're using is a story that Bobby Lee told a few months ago. We might have touched on this when it happened briefly. I don't remember if we ever got into it or not. But a few months ago, old Bobby Lee's story started popping up, and he was getting a bunch of shit on TikTok. So this is a clip from my boy Joke World on YouTube. He does a very good job with a lot of this kind of podcast news stuff. He does like weekly recaps and stuff. So this is from his channel, but it just gives you a feel for, I guess, the stories Bobby Lee was going around telling.
Is this the one that he told on O&A forever ago?
Yep, that's one of the examples, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Lee has been under some fire recently as the target of numerous TikToks calling for his cancellation. The root of this drama all stems from a graphic story Bobby shared multiple times on multiple shows, including Opie and Anthony this past weekend, and even his own show, Tiger Belly. In the story, a young Bobby Lee is looking for a hooker in Tijuana when chaos and comedy ensue.
So, at the time I had 2 jokes in my act, and they would only work maybe 40%, 30% of the time. The first joke was, it's not as bad. It's like, I went on a date the other day. She seemed pretty young. She looked like Natalie Portman. Mm-hmm. Pause. Puffy. Yeah. From the movie Professional, right? Laugh. It's a switch.
Yeah.
That's what that kind of joke is.
Dark.
The second one, wait for the second one. It's way worse. The other joke that I could only get work 20% of the time was my girlfriend's grandma died a couple of weeks ago. And last night we were making love and she burst into tears while we were making love. And I did what any good boyfriend would do. I power fucked her.
Yeah, 20%.
Yeah, 20%.
20%.
It's a harsh joke. It's fucking terrible. And I took the Natalie Portman joke, that joke. I made up this Tijuana, story. And I look at her face and she's crying. Oh, so I feel bad. I'm a good guy, right? I feel bad. So I do what any good guy would do. I start power fucking her. What?
So why? This is similar to remember Brad Williams had something like this come up a year or 2 ago.
Yep.
And their excuse is always like, guys, I was lying. What the fuck? Which I have no problem with. Like, if you're telling a story for comedy's sake, go for it. Mm-hmm. But it's weird to be the guy that is like committing to these honest, true stories, and then when you get called out for it, be like, why would you believe that? Why would you think I was telling the truth? When
it's serious like that and gets no laughs anytime, it's always, why? Ew.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But like, it's not like there's a victim out there saying this is all true and Bobby Lee's ignoring it. It's just weird to go on podcasts because here's the thing. If Bobby Lee was called out for lying just by dicks on Twitter, mm-hmm. He'd be like, why would people think I was lying about this? Why would I even tell that story? And so that's where you're giving your brand or your podcast like this weird stigma now, because now everyone's going to be like, okay, are you lying, man? Are you like lying for effect or what's happening here? What is this?
Right. Super chat from Voltaire 325. FYI, Hamill has Trump derangement syndrome. He was paid in Bud Light.
Is he a big anti-Trump guy?
Oh, the biggest.
Oh, really?
His Twitter's terrible.
Well, what was weird is there were a couple jokes sprinkled in to that movie that were like, not necessarily like woke is probably the wrong word, but I was surprised they were in Bert's movie. You know what I mean?
Did he say them?
Yeah. It was kind of a like, hey, you can't say that in 2023, that sort of a thing.
Is that how you say the joke you want to say, but then justify it right after?
A
In
little
one
bit. Yeah, a little bit of that.
Bill
I don't know. It
Loney.
was weird.
Bill Loney says Maximum Overdrive wasn't bad. I assume that's a Hamill.
That's what I was referring to. That's actually what I had in mind. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive.
We want to know why you can't read these super chats.
I refuse to. Carl won't allow me.
Yeah, it's cheating on Carl if Mike
Yeah.
reads them.
Yeah. So there's Bobby Lee stuff. Yeah, I think it's weird to tell these stories on podcasts and then have your excuse be like, "What? I was lying. Why would you take it seriously?" That's very weird. But I think it's also very weird of Wondery to a few months ago give Bobby Lee a contract and use that as the grounds to try and slink out of it. Like, you know who the guy was. The guy tells stories about getting molested by a guy with Down syndrome when he was a kid.
And the story is at least a minimum decade old.
Yeah, and his entire brand is, I'm pretty sure, like pulling his dick out on stage. I'm pretty sure that's his act. So
Now
who did you think you were signing, Wondery?
that's a tough act to have right now.
I know, but it's like if you're Wondery, you know that about him. If you do any due diligence,
You guys buy tickets, I'm going to sexually assault all of you.
that's the thing I don't understand about this sort of story. When a guy gets in trouble for things that happened in the past, he is always at fault for what he did in the past, no matter how the goalpost has moved, no matter how times have changed, whatever. He's always responsible for what he did. Wondery signed him, doing apparently no due diligence on him. And they're like, yeah, no, sorry. See you later. No penalty. So, like, I am glad Bobby Lee's suing them, I guess.
Because this was a big story 6 months ago. I don't even remember when
It
we
was
did
in
that.
April. It was only a couple months ago. I think it was in April that, like, TikTok started going after him for that.
It was that recent?
That the story came up.
Yeah.
It was then that he apologized, I think. Maybe it came back up because Wondery was going to cut ties with him.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, the last story I saw, and it was April. But now, so is there any background in this article on what exactly this lawsuit is?
Let me pull it up again.
I'm curious on money. I don't know if that's included at all. But
Um,
I think they paid them a shit ton. It's also weird to sign a podcast when the hosts have been dating for a decade and then break up. And then you're like, you know what? I think right now is the time that we should capitalize on this.
it was December 2022 in exchange for multi-million-dollar financial guarantees that reflected the widespread success and popularity of the podcast. Doesn't say specifics.
Does that mean that if the podcast starts slumping, they can get out of it? Because the reason I brought this up is that's the rumor on, I think next time I'm on WATP, which I believe will be next week, we're talking about Kalila.
Yes.
And
Good.
The subreddit devoted to Kalila is she might be the next Brendan Schaub.
I was saying that like a year ago when they were fighting with each other.
I don't remember. The people in the chat will probably remember me saying this and Craig being like, "No way, no chance." She's a sweet lady that would never do anything wrong.
I was ready to like take her down right then.
No, I don't even know if it's warranted. I have to do my due diligence for the podcast, but people on Reddit are really hating on her to the point where people are getting blocked on the Tiger Belly subreddit for trashing her so much that they had to start their own subreddit just for Kalila.
Nice. I'm so glad that exists. I'm gonna go join that. Right.
And so what I've seen on there, and I don't know if this is true. I also think it's weird to be a community of people that celebrate when a podcast's numbers are going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's a weird place to be where it's like, well, you're not a fan of them. You're not even, doesn't seem like you're having fun goofing on them. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But it doesn't make their facts any less accurate because they were posting a lot that numbers have gone down consistently over the last few months, like since those two broke up. So it seems like Wondery is trying to weasel out of that now. But my thing is, like, if you sign a contract with them, you can't just out of nowhere be like, well, you're not getting as many downloads as I thought, so we're just not going to pay you anymore.
This sentence, by the way, means they were getting so much money as a result, because the show is so big, they were getting compensated fairly. That's all it means.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it was like not obviously the size of Rogan, but they were like, well, all right, we're gonna dump. It was probably like $10 million, I'd guess.
Wow.
I'd guess. I don't know if that's true, but
I wonder where that business is going, because like I don't get, as someone who has a Patreon. By the way, go to blindmike.net, folks. Before I completely shit on our own business model, make sure you go to blindmike.net and subscribe to the Patreon if you'd be so kind. You can support the show for free. All our free links are there for Blind Mike Project, Why You Laughing, and Who Are These Socials. If you're watching on YouTube right now, subscribe, tap the notification bell, smash that like button, join our live streams. You can throw us money on the old super chats if you want. If you'd rather support the show for free, just subscribe. That helps the show as well. And, if you want bonus content, bonus Why You Laughing, Quincy, all that good stuff, then make sure you check out the Patreon, and blindmike.net is the easiest way to find all of those links. Now, having said that, I don't understand how people subscribe to so many Patreons.
yeah,
Because like the podcasting community, it is a cult audience. So, a lot of the people that subscribe to Matt and Shane or Tim Dillon or whoever also subscribe to, Tuesdays with Stories and the tiers below those massive podcasts. And those are also very big podcasts. But my point is, it's a lot of the same people subscribing to multiple. I don't understand how that's sustainable. So there has to be some way to figure out the way Barstool does it, where you have a bunch of podcasts. Hopefully they all pull their own weight. Not all do, but like there are bigger podcasts on there to kind of support the smaller podcast. Does that make sense?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like there's obviously a top tier of Barstool podcasts, and there's some smaller ones that they can afford to do because those bigger podcasts do so well. There's got to be something more like that doesn't force people to pay every fucking Patreon they have or support a show with super chats or any of that. Because like I see, first of all, I did
Bottom left corner, by the way, you can super chat us right now if you like.
yeah. And it's pathetic how many shows are asking for these things. And feel free to, do it the rest of the program. But you'll see shows like I heard the Steel Toe guy like bitching about the amount of people that were watching him live. It's like, who is listening for that? You know what I mean? That feels like an off-air discussion being like, fuck, man, we only have 450 live viewers. We need to hit the goal of 500. And if you guys want a show tomorrow, then we have to make $900 today. And it's like, these are discussions the listeners shouldn't be forced to hear.
And who's going to hear that and go, well, let me grab my wallet?
Oh, all right. Amex card. Let's try this in here. Now that I've been properly scolded.
Recurring payments, check.
You got it. I guess that's my point, is it's hitting a weird point where like I want to keep, growing the YouTube and growing the Patreon and all of that. And I appreciate all the people that support it, but I also understand like you guys have better shit to do. You don't have to support this show as much as I appreciate it. It's not your obligation. So hopefully call me out on my bullshit if I'm ever the guy that's like, guys, come on, we're not meeting our numbers here.
You have legitimately from the beginning told people not to come here.
Yeah, don't bother subscribing if you don't want to.
It was like the first pitch you ever made of it was, you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Maybe I'm not the business model to go by because I was right at the beginning like, fuck. I was like, antagonizing the audience. I'm like, you probably don't want to subscribe, so don't. All right.
It's the good old days.
But then I saw something like it seems like the Shuley network is shutting down. I don't know what's happening.
Brian Johnson just taking everyone out with him.
Yeah, Brian Johnson's just fucking Ari Gold with the paintball gun, mowing down podcasters.
That's fucking hilarious if that's true.
No, so I asked someone in the know, and they said that wasn't true. I'm trusting like clips on Reddit and shit that I've seen. I haven't done a thorough investigation of this,
Yeah.
but I see things like Bob Levy is leaving, and they're making cuts and all this shit, and it's like you have a YouTube channel with the same 3 guys doing 9 shows a day. How has this? How do you need to make cuts? I don't understand it.
Suburban Tug Time with the super chat says, "Fine, quit complaining about your poverty."
How dare you?
It's very funny.
Wait, I'm complaining about my poverty? I don't even get it.
I don't know. It was just funny.
I think I'm doing the opposite. I'm telling you people to keep your money holstered.
That's right. Unless you feel like
Or
doing
don't, whichever.
or give it to
I'm
us.
boxing myself into a corner here.
Should I play the other video? His
Oh yeah, so this is their apology, I guess.
a response or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It was a tasteless, fucked up joke.
Yeah, because at the time when I said it, I literally didn't think anything of it. It was just like almost encouraged to say crazy shit. I never thought about it. When I listen to it now, it puts a chill down my spine. It's terrible. I've never done any of that shit because I'm not a weird dude in that way. I hate talking about myself, but I'm relatively just a nice kind of guy. But at the end of the day, the way I get out of it is like I didn't do anything.
That's such a strange excuse to me, because to use a much lesser example, the story I told about my therapist at the beginning of the show. It's a nothing story. Obviously, I hope you got a slight laugh out of it, but it wasn't a major deal. If right now I was like, by the way, that didn't happen, I was lying, you'd just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like it's not even that it would be egregious one way or the other. It'd just make you uncomfortable. It's like, why would you make that up? So I guess that's my overall lesson to you folks out there. If you're starting a podcast, don't just lie for no reason, because eventually you'll probably have to explain it.
Yeah, and maybe don't lie about like potentially raping a crying woman.
I don't see what that benefits.
You know what? That's a knee slapper if I ever heard one. But
It's a hoot, but still, you shouldn't make it up.
yeah, it's a
Make
weird
sure your rapes are legitimate
yeah.
if you're going to be promoting them on podcasts.
Yeah.
But I do hope he wins, because I think it's kind of fucked up that they're just like, all right, well, see you later.
No kidding.
They signed a morals clause with Bobby Lee. Fucking brilliant business.
No shit.
All right. Before we get into Tom Myers, I should still mention we should get into Bam Margera, right?
Poor guy.
He's been on the docket a few times, and we've skipped him because we had to get to other things. But this is probably the worst one I've seen so far. So Bam Margera has been, nosediving for some time. Honestly, since
Ryan.
I think when we did the Jackass episode of Why You Laughing,
Mm-hmm.
I think we might have even said like Bam's in an okay place right now.
Yeah, we might have actually, yeah.
And literally since then, it was like this all started happening like right after that.
Yeah, we cursed him.
He has been just plummeting. There was something where he was missing a couple weeks ago, and his brother called the police on him or something. You see that one?
So what he did was he punched his brother in the face, threatened to kill his whole family, and then when the cops came, he ran and was on the run for like 4 days.
And this is Jess Margera, right?
Does he have more than one brother?
Who I believe in the Jackass episode of Why You Laughing, I referred to as his sister, Jess.
Yeah, the drummer for the
90-year-old man.
Drummer for the band CKY, that brother.
Yeah. So this is now he's had a few messages for like Johnny Knoxville and who's the other guy? Jeff Tremaine.
Yep.
He said he wanted to fight them or something.
Yep.
So that was the last time that I meant to talk about him, but this one is rougher. This is where like how is there I guess the answer is that's how you get to this point, but how is there no one in his life to just take his phone away?
Well, when they went to last time, he punched his brother in the face and went on the run.
I guess that's the answer, is that you push everyone away. But yeah, this is pretty rough. Bam is in a strange place right now.
Well, I'm gonna smoke crack with the bums down at the boardwalk until I'm dead, unless you deliver me fucking Phoenix.
That's the type of threat drug addicts always give. Where I'm like, who do you think you're threatening here?
Yeah, I'm gonna die and let you inherit all my money, or you lose my son.
You know what? If I don't see my son, I am gonna keep doing drugs the way I have been for some time now. It's like, okay.
You know the reason you're not letting me see him? I'm gonna do it more.
Oh no, fine. Here's your son. I'm sorry, Bam.
I didn't realize.
Well, I'm gonna smoke crack with the bums down at the boardwalk until I'm dead, unless you deliver me fucking Phoenix. Get to work, Nikki, or anybody that wants to help. I want Phoenix.
Let's help
It's
him.
strange. The literal cries for help, for some reason, we take less seriously.
I know.
He's literally saying, like, I need help. And we're like, look at this fucking moron.
I'm gonna be smoking crack. Here's my exact location.
I'm going to smoke crack unless you guys do something about it. And we're like, oh, TMZ, we've got a hot one for you.
It's crazy. Poor
Was
guy.
that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it was shorter than I realized. But yeah, he's, oh boy, he is losing it. That may warrant a full Why You Laughing bonus episode or something.
Yeah, he
in the
did.
future.
He went to go do the new Jackass movie. He filmed one scene that
Yeah.
made the movie, the band on the treadmill thing. He was in that.
Right.
And then failed a drug test or something afterwards.
Yeah, and then he got into this whole thing where he's like threatening Johnny Knoxville and all this shit. It's strange because like when we talked about Bam Margera, I never realized this. Like he was a very innovative guy. I didn't realize how integral he was to that whole process.
That whole thing, skateboarding in general, bringing more kids into it.
But even just listening to him explain his logic of combining comedy, shock value, and skateboarding, like listening to him describe that, it was, I was like, oh, this is a much smarter guy than I ever imagined.
Yeah.
And then you hear him like, dude, I'm going to smoke crack unless you give me my son. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm going to cut my arm off down by the boardwalk.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on Bam. Things have gotten rough. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too is Portnoy.
Yes.
We're like a real morning show. We're going through all the hot topics.
We're hitting them all.
This is I didn't see this until probably last night, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like we were on air when the Mincey stuff broke. So I didn't see this at the time. Well, let's just play the first couple. This, honestly, the first part of this, like, genuinely warmed my heart because I was like, wow, that's Dave doing a very nice thing. You could tell he felt bad about how it all played out. You can tell he agreed with a lot of the people that were turning on Barstool and he wanted to do something to make it right.
Yep.
And so he called, but if, you know, I'm sure everyone remembers, but Mincey was fired for rapping the N-word. So Portnoy called him. And this is the first part.
Did you see? But first, before I play this, did you see the Mintz's video announcement? Did you actually watch it?
No, I don't.
Because
he played. I don't think we played it on. I don't think Cullinane played it. So no, I don't think I did.
Oh, because it's him going, "I'm now the salesman for Brick Watch," and he lifts his wrist to show it. And it's a watch that he doesn't have clamped or is not even close to sized correctly that he was supposed to get done. It looks like it's going to fall off his wrist in a very funny way.
It'd be great if he just didn't have a watch on.
Yeah. And Portnoy quote tweets it and he's like, I sent him these a month ago. He was supposed
that
to
I saw. I did see that tweet. Yeah.
He was supposed to have him sized and he didn't. That's my guy. But here's the call.
Here's what I'm thinking, Mincey. Okay. What if I hire you as the first employee, year contract, we'll see how it goes, kind of like I started at Barstool, the first ever Brick Watch employee. And here's what I expect out of you.
Ooh.
When you make the videos, the same exact, everything that you were doing before, instead of bringing the sports book to the people, you're now bringing Brick Watches to the people. So it's the same shit, but instead of promoting the sports book, you're promoting.
Do you think there'll be any weirdness if Portnoy has content as part of his company?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if it's literally what they used to do to promote.
Like if this becomes a content company where the people that work for it are creating content to promote the watches, there's got to be some kind of conflict, right?
Well, what's going to either happen is they'll rehire Mintz to Barstool to stop it, or Portnoy is going to leave.
Right.
Those are that's the only way this is going to end, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but here's been my whole thing with Portnoy. This is all I wanted, really. Instead of the videos where he's like, "Yeah, I fucking sold out." You wanted to me to say I sold out? I sold out. All I wanted was some sign that the guy that created Barstool is still in there somewhere, and that's what this video was. It warmed my heart, honestly.
It was great. It was fucking great.
Play a little bit more, just because I want to hear Mincey's reaction.
Brick watch when you make your videos, and like I said, you're just bringing that to the people. I own that company 100%. It's mine, so like I can do whatever I want with that.
Okay, hell yeah, I'm definitely interested. I think I can.
Okay, so he's definitely interested. He's mulling over his options. That's smart. He's a smart negotiator. He's like, "Hey, Dave, I'm not going to commit to anything."
Right.
Then a few minutes later, when Dave is probably thinking to himself, is it wise to bring a man who said the N-word into a microphone into my company as the first employee? Is it possible he could make a stupid mistake again?
Super Raiders Super Chat $5. Keep up the good work. Look forward to these lives every Friday.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, whenever Craig allows us to go live. Yes.
I don't have 500 things to do this week. It's nice.
He's a dictator.
This is Mintz.
Yeah, so right now Portnoy is like, I bet this guy, he's on the straight and narrow now. He's not going to slip up once.
Hey, Mincy, hold on 1 second. Oh, hold on.
People just listening, the video says Mincy accidentally called Dave back and has no clue Dave can hear him.
Like, I can't hire you for Barstool, but I've been talking about Brick Watch. I've seen that he has watches. He's like, if I own 100% of Brick Watch, if you don't agree with that, how do you feel about being the first employee in the industry of Brick Watches? It's like, I'll give you a 1-year deal, same money you were making at NOLA, and if it goes well and you take it to the people and do well, and then you can make it.
Hold on. Go back just a little bit because this is my favorite part.
My favorite part is not only did it wasn't a pocket dial, he thought he called somebody else.
Yeah. Who is he talking to?
I don't know.
Does he think he's on the phone with someone?
Yes.
How is that possible? No one said hello.
Like I said, dude, I meant to find it, but this was like a few weeks ago we were talking about it. Mincey's just the ultimate jinx. Like I said, he was talking about that lighter kid in college. He's pitching an absolute gem. No one can touch him. And as he's making this video, he gives up a bomb that lands right behind him. It's one of the funniest videos ever.
So this is my favorite part because it's like an 8-minute video that Portnoy posted of their phone call together.
Mm-hmm.
And Portnoy he says, same money you were making at Barstool. He literally says, he doesn't say a number, but he says the same money you were making at Barstool. And then this is how Mincey portrays it to whoever he thinks he's talking to.
It's like, I can't hire you for Barstool, but I've been talking about Brick Watch. I've seen that he has watches. He's like, if I own 100% of Brick Watch, if you don't agree with that, how do you feel about being the first employee in the industry of Brick Watches? It's like, I'll give you a 1-year deal, same money you were making at NOLA, and if it goes well and you take it to the people and do well, and then you can make a crap ton more money and it goes.
That was never said. I listened to the whole phone call. He's like, oh, I mean, things go well, I could make a shit ton more money. According to who?
I mean, he's probably right. If he starts moving those watches, Dave can't
I'm sure
move.
he was. I'm not even calling him out on anything. I think it's just hilarious. That's just everyone. Like if you have someone, reconvene what they just heard from someone, it's a game of telephone.
Right.
Where he's like, what Portnoy said is that I'm the best employee they ever had and that they really miss me. Like, wow. Sort of, in a way, that's what he said, I guess.
And the thing I found really interesting was because Big Cat's not out on him, and Dave said you're not dead to Barstool. So is he just going to do Barstool stuff, but technically not be a Barstool employee? Is that the deal they reached? Maybe.
Well, I can confirm that they sometimes allow people they hate to do that. So,
Great point.
so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, I suppose.
That's a great point. You want some more of this?
No, that's I just thought it was funny that he fucking pocket dialed. He is. You would almost think he's doing a bit.
Oh yeah.
Like if you weren't familiar with the guy, you'd be like, "There's no way." That the second he gets the phone call, he pocket dials Portnoy and is just like, "Oh yeah, I mean they offered me all kinds of money." And
yeah, that and the home run video is the best thing he ever did, followed by when he was opening a bobblehead at a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically made the styrofoam in it explode on some random guy next to him. Like it just fell apart. It was very funny.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough, topical stuff. Now we got to get to some serious business. So, who are we talking about?
Crap.
Bye-bye laughs. Bye-bye happiness. Hello awkwardness. I'm going to see Tom Myers. Bye-bye smiles. Bye-bye happy times. Hello no punchlines. I'm going to see Tom Myers. The comedy of Tom Myers.
And if you think that won't be on a loop for the 6-hour drive it takes to get to Baltimore, you're sorely mistaken.
Bye-bye laughs.
So, yeah, it'll be in my head all weekend.
Yeah.
But if you watched last week's program, I mentioned we played a clip of Tom Myers promoting his big show with Last Comic Standing winner, Dat Fan. Now, I mentioned this and said, it'd be crazy if we went to Havre De Grace.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really think anyone would give a fuck. And I've gotten several people, which, one person is a lot more than I thought would respond to this. So we've gotten several people being like, hey, I'd go if you're serious about this. And then what has really kind of pushed me over the edge towards, I think this is going to happen, is I received a call from one Justin Trudell the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of tap dancing or hemming and hawing. He's like, if you want to go, I would drive you, that sort of thing. And then after a few minutes, he finally just revealed, I think whether or not you go, I'm probably going to go to this.
I knew it was on. I saw his tweet when he put the MacGruber "I'm in" gif on Twitter.
You know what's crazy? He sent me some tweet so he was down there just by chance when we talked about it last week.
Yep.
He's following Blink 182 around the country or something.
Yes, he is.
So intrepid reporter Justin Trudell was on site and apparently had a few questions for the people down there.
He sent me a couple videos.
I have not heard this yet. He told me about it, but I have not heard the actual content.
Yeah, he's trying to buy a ticket for the show.
Okay, so apparently this is the process of buying a ticket in Havre De Grace, Maryland. We want to say hello, Havre De Grace, and Justin is trying to facilitate that, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
It looks like he's walking into a convenience store.
How's it going? I was looking. Do you sell tickets for the comedy show, the Tom Myers comedy show that's happening in a month?
What? It's like the hot dog at the movie theater in Seinfeld.
You'll be stunned to hear this person's reaction to that statement.
That's been there since the silent era.
With the Tom Myers comedy show that's happening in a month at the Opera House.
Yeah, but my system isn't working really good right now.
This was your chance.
It would have sold out if it wasn't for this goddamn system.
Oh, Tom, I had no idea. I thought Tom's low ticket sales were based on the quality of his material. Little did I know that they don't know how to give out tickets to this.
system isn't working really good right now.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. Can you come back next week?
Oh, I live in Massachusetts.
The idea that he would drive down for this.
Yeah, just to buy a ticket.
I live in Massachusetts. I drove down to buy a ticket, and I was going to drive back down for the show.
My system's down.
Oh my god, that fan should be on the phone with his people, causing a stink here.
We were actually going to have people here.
We want to go.
Live in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Stunned.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You're going to come all the way down again?
Yeah, a whole bunch of us are coming down. Yeah, we're all excited.
He's making a lot of promises.
I think there'll be more people. I think it'll look exactly like if this will. I'm so fucking mad this is on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah, I should say. So the date is what? June 29th?
I will.
Or whatever that Thursday is, June 28th or 29th?
I believe so.
Yeah, so if you guys want to go, I think the plan, I think at least me and Justin are going. I've been trying to recruit the Warthog. He seems lukewarm on it, but
if this was a Friday, I would be so in.
It's a shame.
I'm
losing
still...
Craig, but gaining Justin. I feel like that's an upgrade.
We look similar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to somehow make it work, but it's probably not gonna work, which sucks.
Well, if you guys want to go, message me and we'll formulate a plan of some kind.
Because you know how you go to like these comedy shows and once in a while you'll see the comic, you say hi to him real quick and they leave. If you said hi to Tom Myers and said I'm a fan of your work, he wouldn't leave you alone.
If we have my goal, this might be a little lofty because I've seen Tom Myers crowds before. I want 10 of us at least.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is if we can bring 10 people down there to Havre De Grace, Maryland.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be a hefty portion of the audience, and we could make for a raucous crowd. 10 of us really cheering on Tommy Myers. We'll yell out bong hit transplant. Again, be polite. Always observe and report, as they say. Don't interrupt the show. But, you know, maybe we'll have to request bong hit transplant and a few others.
If that worked. This is gonna be like the most I've ever wanted to do something.
Do bong hit transplant.
Box Eating Dad says he's got the 29th off now.
All right. Is it the 29th? Let's confirm.
Yeah, that is a Thursday.
Okay.
Was it Dat Fan and Friends?
Yeah. Honestly, this is Tom Myers' greatest flaw, is his marketing ability. Because it should be Tom Myers and Friends. Tom Myers is much more of a draw than Dat Fan.
You think?
I think absolutely. In modern times, yes.
Yeah, the 29th.
All right. Buckle up, Box Eating Dad and the rest of the crew.
Oh, that's going to be such a fucking...
Bye-bye laughs. Hello awkwardness.
Chef Lewis is going with his jacket, so that counts as 2 people.
Beautiful. All right, we're assembling a crew here.
I'm gonna have to figure something out.
Line up, boys. We're going to Havre De Grace.
Because the drive's not like terrible. It's closer.
No, it's only like 6 hours, I think, from here. Yeah,
it's closer than Madawaska was.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Coming down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all excited. We're really big fans of Tom Myers.
Okay.
So
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the phone number.
Can I just say, a man with Justin's just general demeanor?
It's
like
that
voice. We're all big fans of Tom Myers. This person must be thinking like, oh, well, I'm a goner. If I don't get this machine up and running, I'm dead.
The dryness of Justin is so fucking funny to me. It's so funny.
For the Opera House.
Okay.
And see if you can get tickets there.
Do you know how much they are?
Also, because they charge different prices
Mm.
for different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no shit, lady.
That's the first video. I got 2 from Justin.
They charge different prices for different things. Can you imagine?
Justin, what?
You walk into a grocery store. Hey, how much are these bananas? I mean, who knows? You know how many items we have in here? The fuck am I supposed to know what bananas cost? We charge you different prices for different things. No shit, lady.
By the way, he's in a Guardians of the Galaxy shirt, which just adds to the humor to me.
That you have it. Okay. And once that's all nailed down, that means you thought it through and you're actually going to do it. Then
she's talking him out of it.
Are you sure you want to do this?
She's like, buddy, listen. Like she's talking him out of a car. Like, listen, now, it might look flashy to you. You think you could have a lot of fun with it, but think long term about this.
Oh my God.
Okay. And once that's all.
By the way, I did have I forget who someone did send me a message asking if we were really going down because they live near there. So I know there will be more.
Okay, good. Hey, Havre De Gracians, come on down.
Yeah, it's nearish. It's kind of near Baltimore.
I've bought a lot of comedy tickets in my day. I've never, and often because of my disability, I will call the venue and say, hey, 2 for Mark Normand, please. I've never had them say, "Whew, are you sure?"
But that's the thing.
Get your affairs in order first, buddy.
Justin is not where the show is, and it appears he walked into like a 7-Eleven.
Well, this is where he told them. So in that clip that we played, they say go down to the Center for Performing Arts or something to buy tickets.
That's right.
So Justin's in the right place.
In Havre De Grace.
Yeah.
All nailed down. That means you thought it through and you're actually going to do it. Then they
get your affairs in order. Make sure you have a will.
I was going to say, tell your mom you love her before you do this.
you should just take this money and put it into like the S&P 500, and over time, it's going to be of much more value than this show.
They're going to do it. Then they advertise it on the website.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, this comedian who's coming, he's a little controversial. He's out there, but he's good.
Well, we have controversial. We love controversial things. Not all of the current controversies.
Yeah.
But just some.
Why is this lady talking him out of it?
It's so. This is unbelievable.
She's like, hey, we love controversy, but at what cost? I've never heard this much negotiation going to buying a ticket.
Hey, can I give you money? Oh, you really want to do that?
It took the Taylor Swift ticket scandal was honestly one of the biggest stories of 2022. It was a massive thing when all that shit happened.
Yeah.
It was not as much work for me to get tickets to that as it is Justin trying to buy Tom Myers tickets.
In Havre De Grace.
Current controversies.
Yeah.
But just some controversies.
Yeah, no, he's good though. If you look him up, Tom Myers. He's
Is he a comedian?
yeah, he's a comedian. Tom Myers, the comedian.
She's like, it sounds like comedian is used pretty loosely. Justin's like, come on, lady.
That'd be great if you said dat fan and she like loved him.
Oh, I totally talks about his mother.
I wrote that down. And then...
I gotta get another. I gave you my piece of paper.
Now we're out of paper.
Justin's fake laugh was just priceless.
YERS.
Okay.
Justin
He's got a whole bunch of bits.
He's got a whole bunch of
From
bits.
the American Revolution to bong hit transplant to Maryland traffic. Oh, he's all over.
I love the idea of listing someone's bits, and one of them is Maryland traffic.
Yeah, he covers everything.
You've got, George Carlin's 7 Dirty Words. You've got Jim Gaffigan's Hot Pocket bit. You've, of course, got Tom Myers on Maryland traffic. All very innovative stuff.
To bong hit transplant to Maryland traffic. Oh, he's all over the place.
Well, that's our cup of tea down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
There's a slight chance that this woman is Nick Mullen in some sort of costume.
To be fair, though, if that was the case, Justin would have sniffed that out.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you. What's your name?
Mary.
Mary. It was nice to meet you. My name's Justin.
I went to a fight last night and lost.
Oh, you did?
should have seen
Oh, I bet. I bet.
What'd you just say?
I went to a fight last night and lost. I'm pretty sure she just said.
All right. We're
Well-
throwing out the Tom Myers playbook. This is a Mary episode now.
Justin's like, what?
Justin's trying to say goodbye. Justin says, hey, my name is Justin. She says, I'm Mary. I went to a fight last night.
Mary. It was nice to meet you. My name's Justin.
I went to a fight last night and lost.
Oh, you did?
should have seen the other guy.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I bet. Okay, Mary. I'll see you.
Mary is a pistol.
Oh, this is my favorite thing with Justin here. Mary is
There's some
nuts.
chemistry. I think Justin might have betted this woman.
We need to meet Mary if we go down there.
Mary, she's like, guys, please don't go to this.
We really want tickets.
Should have seen the other guy.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Oh, Mary.
I bet.
So she fought a guy she's alluding to.
Right.
You should have seen
They don't fuck around in Havre De Grace.
I bet. I bet. Okay, Mary. I'll see you.
Justin's just losing his mind.
It took a wild turn though.
It'll be great if I come back here and you're like, how was the Tom Myers show? And I'm like, I fist fought Mary.
She stole my cane and beat me with it.
Oh, Mary is a real firecracker.
She's the best.
That's my favorite. Is that she's like, I mean, give this some thought. Go home, head back up to Massachusetts, recuperate, get your head together, and then see if you really want these tickets.
Yeah, make sure you want to actually do this to your family.
What's funny is I keep thinking to myself, it's a shame Justin wasn't able to get tickets, because what if it sells out? And then I remember where I'm going.
Oh, we should call this place and ask for Mary.
Yeah, give us Mary. We're looking for tickets, but we'll only discuss it with Mary. We're holding them hostage.
Is she there? Classic Mary, says
All right.
Tyler.
Well, I hope that gets you guys interested in going. But if that's not enough lube, if you're not ready to fully insert yet, Tom Myers recently posted some of his classic bits to TikTok.
Now,
so you heard Justin alluding to Maryland drivers, and that is one of his classic bits, but I think he brings some of that back in his latest stuff. So we might get into Make America Innate again, if you guys want a little throwback, but this is just a taste of what you'll be experiencing in Havre De Grace, Maryland on June 29th.
is this but real quick, is this like Zoom comedy shows from COVID? Or is he trying to do what's his face, make it seem like he's in front of an audience and he's not?
Oh, no. You're wrong on both counts, Craig, you fool.
Damn.
It's Zoom comedy, but it was like a week ago.
Okay.
He is still doing, I can't confirm that it was actually a week ago, but he's still doing Zoom shows.
Poor guy.
I don't know why, but he's doing them.
I don't know which one. This one's Welcome to Maryland.
Well, we're going to be going to Maryland, so we better be welcome. Mary certainly wasn't welcoming us. So
Very mean.
I was like, Maryland's not a very welcome.
Whoa.
What's that?
Did you notice that laugh?
Oh, yeah, it was maniacal.
It sounded just like Mary.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the same thing. I don't believe it is, but that did run through my head.
It's the exact same thing, right?
Can I hear Mary again?
Yeah, give me this one, I believe. Let's see.
Let's hear where she said she was going to kick Justin's ass.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, now let's listen to to this one.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
wait, we got to do that again.
Wait a minute.
Let's hear Mary.
All right. Oh, here. Why can't I? There it is.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, thank you. What's your name?
Mary.
Mary. It was nice to meet you. My name's Justin.
I went to a fight last night and lost.
Oh, you did?
You should have seen the other guy.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, now let's hear the beginning of this clip.
Oh, that's frightening.
I was like,
Mary's trying to hog Tom to herself. This fickle bitch.
Are we gonna get to the bottom of Mary, dude?
Mary is. There's more to Mary than meets the eye, I think.
That is Mary.
All right, well, that's strange to begin with. We'll investigate that while we're down there. But now it's time. Let's give Tom some spotlight here, for God's sake. Move over, Mary.
I was like, Maryland's not a very welcoming state. I was like, why do we even have a welcome sign? You know what the Maryland welcome sign should be? The welcome sign should be as soon as you drive across the state line, you come this close to being T-boned by a Ford F-150 with jacked up tires. A guy rolls down his window, yells, "Fuck you," and then drives off. That should be the Maryland welcome sign right there.
Does Tom know what a sign is?
No, it's a person.
It's not a motion picture.
The welcome sign should be a guy in a truck saying, "Fuck you."
The welcome sign should be, all right, you're cruising along. All of a sudden, you got to come to a dead stop. Guy rolls down his window. It's like, Tom, this is not a sign. This is a series of films.
Oh, my God. His comedy is just the best. Well, we made it past the physical trauma of the state sign.
True.
Do you want to figure out what maybe we could have for dinner that night, possibly?
Yes, I like that Tom is essentially just a fucking travel agent from Maryland. That's basically what his comedy is.
He's a Maryland cruise comic.
He is. Tom is a much worse version. Like, if you go see these Boston legends,
Yeah.
you know, like Steve Sweeney or something, they're gonna have a joke about fucking Revere and you know, the girls in Everett that still have the hair like they're in the 80s. That's what Tom is, but it's conversations you would hear like outside of a convenience store.
No shit.
There's no humor attached to it. It's just the rantings of some schizophrenic.
Yeah, Mary wants them all to himself, so she's hoarding all the tickets.
Oh, Mary.
But
Maryland.
Yeah, but that night we're gonna have to get a bite to eat. So let's see what
okay, please.
What we could possibly get there.
One of Maryland's specialties is funnel cake, which is fitting for Maryland
dinner
to have. It's one of its specialties be a pastry that looks like it's covered in heroin. Another one of our specialties is seafood pizza. Like, seafood is good, pizza is good, just not together.
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
It
Our specialties. The state of Maryland doesn't serve that. Individual pizza places do.
No, it's the state of Maryland. You go to Tony's.
You just drive over the border and they smack you in the face with a slice.
You go to Tony'sPizza.gov. Get that slice, dude.
This is the well. There's a few problems with Tom's comedy, but the main thing is like he thinks we all see into his brain, so we just kind of get the references he's making.
Yeah.
Like when he said, you know, this is what Maryland does. It's like, well, Tom, there are places within Maryland. It's not just one functioning organism.
Like, seafood is good, pizza is good, just not together.
No.
Okay. It always looks like.
Who are the dickheads responding? Can I defend my guy Tom Myers for a second?
Go right ahead.
I assume these are comedians there. Who are the dickheads answering jokes?
It's a Zoom call. It could be anybody.
Just like they're in a black church. You tell him, Tom. Talk about that food.
Japanese fart enthusiast says all roads lead back to Mary, which is just funny.
Imagine we're just tipping few back with Mary at the Tom Myers show.
We need to find this lady.
I'm not sure she even exists, but just Justin going in and out of costume.
It always looks like, you remember that scene in Home Alone where Kevin's brother throws up on the cheese pizza? That's what our seafood pizza looks like. And
Who are these just nudges in his audience?
It's the black church.
Oh, Tom. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Tommy.
And being from Baltimore, we still eat it.
Man, Mary's enjoying that one.
Oh God, Mary, dude. I'm getting more scared of her by the second.
All right. What's the last one? I forget.
Car shows, I think. Yeah, car show.
Oh, this is where Tom, again, he thinks like we can see where he's going. So he feels he can be as sloppy as possible. Like there's no attention to detail in his jokes. There's no precision at all. It's just like, you guys get what I'm going for here, right?
You understand me, right?
They're gonna try this in Wisconsin for the first time. They're gonna have a 4-day event, and it's gonna be an all nude car show for 4 days. Like, I don't necessarily know that I would be comfortable going to one of those because I'm afraid that I'd get caught staring at the wrong headlights.
Oh my God.
No, sir, I don't want to see how well lubed your caliper pistons are, okay?
Wait, is the joke just that he would stare at tits?
Yeah, that's why I started laughing.
But that would be... Tom's not making an observation. It would be the same joke about a strip club. I'd be worried I was going to stare at her pussy all night. It's like, that's I mean, like, that's part of it, I guess. Sure.
Home run, Tom.
Yo, Woody, I want it to be a 34 wagon, okay? Found the Beach Boys fans in the crowd. That's awesome.
I hope because he posted this on social media, it doesn't mean he's burned the material, you know? Like, I hope we still get to see some of it.
Well, seeing it in front of like a real audience, or like having time gone by that he gets to work on it, see what he
That's
comes
the thing,
up
and
with.
that's what we learned about Brendan Schaub, is when you have certain people sitting behind you, it's much funnier than you would expect it to be. And so I think that's going to be the case with Tom Myers. When we see it live, we're going to have a different perspective.
Man, I can't. I gotta figure it out. So, we still got TV hell, or we can dive into his special.
What does the chat think? Should we watch Make America Nate again for a little bit?
Should we do that? Well, not. It would be listen. Unfortunately,
Listen. I'm sorry. Listen to Make Him. It's an album. I should have known. It's not a special.
It's that or Hack Ride's local TV news hell.
But that could be done anytime.
That's true. That is true.
I say we watch a little more Tom Myers.
Okay. Should we start from the jump, or do you want me to poke around?
I say let's Russian roulette this thing. Pick a
number 1 through 9.
Pick a track. 4.
Okay.
You got to give me the title though, because sometimes that's the best part.
Life hacks.
Oh, if I recall correctly, there is not a single. Well, let's have a little scavenger hunt here. See if you can find the life hack in this joke.
Yes. Oh, I'm starting to vaguely remember breaking this down with Mike Harris now.
Yeah.
Worth it.
But I do Las Vegas a lot, and they always send me there in like July and August. So yeah,
they send him there.
Yeah.
They send him to Vegas, like Ace Rothstein. You got to get out to Vegas this week, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm always getting sent out by my management team.
When Sinatra and Sammy Davis cancel, they need Tom Myers out there to entertain the people.
Says, yeah, let's go ahead and take our client, a pale, balding ginger, and send him to the desert in the hottest time of the year.
Sounds like Burr's roofing in July's a redhead.
It's funny you use that, because I was just about to say, you're not roofing out there, Tom. You're fucking going to a casino and telling a few jokes.
Right. You can go inside where it's shade and AC.
Look at me.
That's how agents, by the way, he's alluding to the fact that he has an agent, which he doesn't. But let's pretend agents should look at it and be like, well, he's bald and white. We shouldn't get him a gig in Vegas, certainly. It's not where Don Rickles made his money forever.
Yeah, they're the same category.
Las Vegas a lot, and they always send me there in like July and August. So yeah, my booking agent's brilliant. He says, yeah, let's go ahead and take our client, a pale balding ginger, and send him to the desert in the hottest time of the year. Look at me. I'll probably have skin cancer from these lights by the time this set's done. I don't tan, I melanoma. A lot of people go out without wearing.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar. I get the reference.
The life hack. Remember the title.
Yeah, so far no life hacks yet.
Sunblock, it's called carelessness. With me, it's classified as attempted suicide. But there's a lot of Elvis impersonators out in Las Vegas, and some of them are good, some of them are really bad. There's some Elvis
if we're looking for life hacks, I can't imagine the Elvis segue is going to get us there.
Impersonators out there, they were so bad. I'm convinced they're doing their impersonation of Elvis a few hours before his death.
Folks, if you're wondering, I know I've referenced Rickles and Sinatra, but this album was not recorded in 1960, contrary to what you might be thinking. I know that he's taking on the hot topic of Elvis impersonators in the year 2015, I think. Or it has to be 2016 at least, because it's Make America Great Again.
Yeah. Also, the people that have been here a while, you guys recall that laugh that you just heard?
Yeah.
Used to be the end of the show.
Oh, that's right.
A few hours before his death. I get asked to do West Virginia a lot. West Virginia, something interesting about West Virginia.
I forgot about the mouth
is that
sounds.
it broke away from Virginia during.
Where are the life hacks?
I forgot about the fucking mouth sounds throughout this whole thing.
So far, we have talked about Tom going to Vegas, Elvis impersonators, and West Virginia. This is under the label of life hacks.
And to his
Unless he just means himself. Life hack.
Of a war. See, Virginia was with the Confederacy. There were some people in Virginia who wanted to break away and go back with the Union. So they broke away and formed West Virginia and joined with the Union. So the good people of the state of West Virginia didn't want to be known as a bunch of backwoods, inbred, redneck racists.
Can't imagine where this is going.
Life hacks, dude.
I just can't imagine. I mean, yeah, he's making some statements here. I can't imagine. He's not going to insult the people of West Virginia, is he?
I think he would never do that.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking irony.
That's the punchline. Tom wrote that down at some point. Oh, the fucking irony.
Just the whole fucking time is so gross.
Small towns,
But I just have to say, Tom, that's incomplete. You have not completed that joke. You put it in your album. You didn't have a joke there. It might as well say blank, 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 pause for laughter.
That would be very funny.
Oh, the fucking irony is not a joke. It's something your fucking aunt would say if they were talking about that West Virginia story on the news.
This is on
backwoods inbred. Oh, the irony.
This is on a comedy special, so it is a joke, Mike.
Comedy album, but yes, you're right.
What did I say?
It's special.
Whatever.
Women in small towns give the best blowjobs. Owing to the fact that
is that true?
Go back a little bit. Hello, Havre De Grace, indeed.
The good people of the state of West Virginia didn't want to be known as a bunch of backwoods, inbred, redneck racists. Oh, the fucking irony.
Yeah.
It's him in an arena.
Tom.
Oh my God, is that the first ever wave at a comedy show?
Oh, imagine we'll be high-fiving, spilling our beers. Oh, we're gonna have a grand old time.
I would love for. I wonder if he's done this, where he's done a set and walked off expecting a encore. No one says anything.
I think here's the thing with Tom. I think he hears the the applause.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's there or not, I think he hears massive applause.
Call him Jack Torrance from now on.
I love performing in small towns. I really do. The women in small towns give the best blowjobs, owing to the fact they don't have any teeth left. So,
what?
Oh,
Small
and
towns?
yeah. Oh, and the fact they don't have any teeth left.
But he's left West Virginia, so now he's just saying in smaller towns around the globe.
No, but he's
not one of them has seen modern dentistry.
His English is so terrible too. You know, the women give in small towns give the best blowjobs. Oh, and they're they don't have teeth left. He's just
Let me go back. This needs further analysis.
Oh, the fucking irony.
I don't want to hear that again.
But I love performing in small towns. I really do. The women in small towns give the best blowjobs, owing to the fact they don't have any teeth left.
You're right. I didn't catch that. Oh, and to the fact.
It's incomplete.
It should just be because they don't have any teeth
Yeah,
left.
correct.
That's all you need. You don't. Oh, and he's adding too many words.
Yeah.
That, by the way, it's not one of ours, but it is. That you heard in the background. That will be us. Yep. You nailed it, Tommy.
If this thing's recorded, you're gonna hear Justin every 4 seconds saying something.
Can I tell you? Well, first of all, don't go there with the intent to ruin the show. We're there to observe and report. But what is a little annoying? Don't forget, it's Dat Fan and Friends, and Tom Myers listed several friends.
So many friends
that we're gonna have to sit through
that
are gonna be just as bad but less fun.
Oh yeah.
Actions a lot. I mean, I did this radio interview one time, and I was sitting in during this morning radio show. They had a local sportscaster in, and they were talking about this story. It was a really tragic story. It was about some NASCAR executive,
life hacks,
who died in a plane crash. And he went on to list all these other NASCAR-related figures who died as passengers or piloting their own planes. So the only thing that I said was they should stick to driving cars. Yeah. Nobody in the studio fucking laughed at that one.
I wonder why.
It was at this moment, there was a really small voice in my head going, Tom.
Was it the Mary show he was on? Mary's like, I don't get it.
She'd be like, I like you. I want you to myself. I want to wear your skin.
Okay, so if we're talking the title Life Hacks, I think where Tom makes a mistake is that in his mind, well, the commonality of these things is that they've happened in a life of some kind. What's the definition of life hacks? Get the official definition. What does it mean?
I believe, I'm looking it up now, but I believe it's just things that make your life easier.
I know that, but I want the official. Maybe we're missing something because Tom's, pretty letter of the law kind of guy. Life hacks. I'm fascinated by it.
Oh no, I don't need Urban Dictionary. I just need definition.
Well, that's what it would be, probably.
Life hack, a strategy or technique adopted in order to manage one's time and daily activities in a more efficient way.
I guess maybe knowing they got to go to small towns to get a gummy blowjob. That could fall under that.
Gummy.
All right, Tom, I apologize. I was wrong.
Listening to you right now, and they all fucking hate your guts right now.
That
suspicion was confirmed when I saw like all 30 of the studio's phone lines simultaneously light up like a Christmas tree with Tourette's. It was so bad that there was this athlete that the sportscaster brought in. He was a college athlete, this really tall, he was 6'4", black basketball player. As soon as we cut to a break, went to a commercial, he looked down at me and said, "Bruh, that was fucked up."
Well, I got to say, at least the impression was bad enough that you can't get him for racism.
That's true.
At least it was such a bad stereotypical black voice that you can't really nail him down on it.
We are 3 minutes into a 6-minute 48 clip. Still no life hacks.
No, not a life hack yet that I can think of.
You'd think this would be called West Virginia.
Yeah, or traveling, maybe.
Gummy blowjobs would be pretty good.
Any of these would make more sense than the life hacks.
I get a lot of flack on social media as well. I tweeted this one joke last week, and I got this really angry response from this woman. I tweeted the joke, and this woman, whose Twitter bio read, "Bible-believing, born-again, child of God, rescued by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ." She told me to go...
I don't want to get too hung up on Tom's joke structure. You shouldn't lead with that. That should be... we should know what's happening before you've paint the picture of this woman.
Right. Then you go,
You know what I mean? We should not... Because now we're like, oh, she's going to nag you about... Now we know where it's going. Even though with Tom, we probably don't, but...
If I was him, I would have taken this entire joke and thrown it in the fucking trash.
Well, okay, I would have stayed home for the evening. I suppose that's how we're going to do this. But I'm trying to go joke by joke here.
It's like, is she trying to get me to sin or what? Like more elbow room for her up in heaven? Joke's on her, though. I get sent to hell. There's cooler music down there.
Wait a minute. Whoa. We must have missed something.
No, we didn't.
Go back, please.
I like that. I always like that joke. There's cooler music in hell, and everyone just quietly sits there.
He doesn't say what the joke is.
Let's go back a little bit.
Really tall, like he was 6'4".
Oh, too far.
Up. I get a lot of flack on social media as well. I tweeted this one joke last week, and I got this really angry response from this woman. I tweeted the joke, and this woman...
What was the joke, Tom?
Read, Bible-believing, born-again, child of God, rescued...
Hold on. That doesn't mean anything to us. We don't know what the joke is. It might have nothing to do with religion.
He should have just said, I tweeted out, say the joke you tweeted, then get into it.
Say the joke, or even the laziest way to go about it. If you want to take the laziest feasible way out, I tweeted a joke about religion last week.
Right.
Give us something. Who cares that the lady's a Christian?
Right.
We don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
Tom tweeted the N-word. That's why that guy was like, dude, that was fucked up.
He's like, I tweeted the N-word last week, and this lady, I mean, first of all, you should hear the bio of her Twitter. She was all offended by it.
She just loved God and hated the N-word.
Lord and
I said, oh, I know why you don't want me saying the N-word. You're a Bible thumper.
Her bio read, Bible-believing, born-again, child of God, rescued by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. She told me to go fuck myself. It's like, is she trying to get me?
Oh, the fucking irony.
This would have been
phrase comic now.
This would have been a lot better had we known what the joke was.
It would have been better, but it would make more sense.
Yeah, I think all of it would have improved had we known what the joke you tweeted was.
You can't just say like I tweeted a joke and some lady. I mean, of course, a Christian. What was the joke about?
Like more elbow room for her up in heaven? Joke's on her, though. I get sent to hell. There's cooler music down there.
I wish every Tom Myers joke just ended with, oh, the fucking irony.
They are seriously just laughing because they feel bad.
Well, they know that's where Tom is a comedian, at least. Like, he will trick you into at least knowing where he wants the punchline to be. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
You know what I mean? Like, he's clearly watched enough comedy that he has an idea of what joke structure should be. He hasn't grasped it himself or created his own. Well, he certainly created his own style, but
I follow the Baltimore City Police Department on Twitter.
Another life hack.
All they do is they tweet about crimes after they happen. Like, you're a police department. I want you to solve crimes. I don't want you to tweet about them. You ever read the Baltimore City Police Department's Twitter feed? Their Twitter feed always reads like, man shot twice in the chest on Harford Road. OMG. Homicide detectives arrive on scene. Laugh out loud. No witnesses reported. Sad face.
I suspect it doesn't say that.
Facebook does this thing before you enter a status. They always ask you what's on your mind. How many people take that literally and write a tumor?
Oh my God.
One thing I'm happy
How many people? Hold on, let's do the math on this real quick.
Oh my God.
How many people take that literally? I'm going to imagine. Well, you have to take it literally and also have a tumor. Huh. Tom, I'm going to suggest it's probably a pretty small percentage of people.
If it was ever done, it was someone typed it out and went, oh, look at this.
Well, this is also in 2016 a joke about the first person that ever used Facebook would make. What's on my mind? Porn? It's like, I guess.
this is like long over because I don't know what it is about the Christmas season, but all of my Facebook friends announced that they were expecting a child. Like they all picked Christmas Day to go ahead and announce they were expecting.
Here's the life. This is going to be a life hack.
You think?
Guaranteed. This will be a life hack.
My Facebook.
It's all been building to this.
It's true.
Announced that they were expecting a child. Like they all picked Christmas Day to go ahead and announce they were expecting. Like, I don't get the connection between like Christmas and conceiving a child. I went Christmas tree shopping with my girlfriend. I never wanted to fucking see her again. These people are making kids. I don't know what it is about Christmas that turns a harmless little dry hump into the Marissa Tomei, Philip Seymour Hoffman doggy style scene from Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. I have a theory. That's why they have
classic movie
decorations around. They're hiding all the cum stains.
The reference that we all know from Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, which I'm sure was a fine movie, but Jesus Christ.
I'm sure.
Made love. The neighbors come over. I didn't know you were into train sets. Oh, I'm not. That's where we made love right there earlier. Yeah. I imagine you're so into making a baby at Christmas that the song Baby's First Christmas by Connie Francis is a possible aphrodisiac. You're just looking over like, hey, honey, let's go ahead and make another one right down there. Yeah. Move that bullshit train set out of the way. Oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop one out.
Does Tom know how pregnancy works?
What's known as a single parent.
I want to know if he knows how pregnancy works, life hack works.
It's a 9-month process, Tom.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Hey, lay down on the floor. We're going to pop a baby out right now. And by that, I mean get you pregnant.
I have a lot of kids. They're all just crusting on a T-shirt under my bed right now.
I mean, that is Jesus Christ.
I love the exhale after he thinks like the walk away. Like he hits a 3 and walks away. He's like, ah.
That's like, I mean, if Reddit existed in 1978.
Parent. I have a lot of kids. They're all just crusting on a T-shirt under my bed right now.
Woo, Tommy!
I broke up with this one girl because
she wasn't real.
She lied to me. Yeah, you don't lie to me and get away with it.
It's called catfishing.
She lied to me, told me she was into S&M. Found out later she had dyslexia and multiple sclerosis.
It was a double punch.
I dated this one girl who was into
Well, he's saying that she had dyslexia. That's why she typed S&M, but what?
That was the joke. He said she was into S&M, then found out she had dyslexia. So we get it, MS.
Right, but what I'm saying is there would be too many characters. If you have dyslexia, it doesn't make you change phrases. You see what I'm saying?
You see
like
stuff
some
backwards.
of the letters are there, but not all of them.
Yeah, but you see them backwards too.
I get that, Craig. My point is S&M is not MS backwards.
Oh, I
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, yeah. I was just thinking of the letters, not the was it an ampersand?
Yeah.
Seeing role playing. Yeah, she dressed up and pretended she was a Catholic schoolgirl, and I pretended that I loved her.
That's a Bo Burnham joke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in favor of using handcuffs when I'm in bed with a woman. I'm not kinky. I just don't want her stealing my money and credit cards from my wallet while I'm sleeping. I consider myself a very generous guy. I'm into charity work. I'm into giving to charity. I'm trying to do a charity thing right now where I'm organizing the loose stool in a bucket challenge to go ahead and bring awareness to Crohn's disease.
We were on the cusp of a life hack. I was sure of it.
Guess what? Clip's over. almost.
We're so close.
I didn't.
I thought for sure we were getting a life hack there.
I didn't mislabel these and nothing because I just downloaded them from YouTube that he posted with that.
Well, this is how Tom posted them. Well, I mean, just going back, this one has been done. It's been mentioned before, but make America innate again doesn't make sense.
Right.
Innate to what?
Right.
And this will come up. Nick Mullen has pointed this out many times that people will like tweet him screenshots of the definition of innate, and he'll reply and be like, "Exactly, yes." It's like, no, that's not. It doesn't fit, Tom.
Narco 2112 sends $5, no message.
Oh well, you're a sweet man nonetheless,
or lady,
whichever.
Yeah.
All right. So, are people in for Tom Myers? You think we'll get a crew down there?
They seem excited.
Okay. All right. Good.
Should
we end with feel free to get your super chats in before we sign off, folks.
Hack Ride says, "Thanks, Blind Mike and Craig. I'm going to be the first person ever bumped to watch a Tom Myers comedy set."
Oh, that reminds me. Can I confess to something?
Yeah.
I haven't had the heart to tell this directly to Hack Ride.
Uh-oh.
He has been for weeks. We'll message back and forth, and I'll ask for certain clips. He'll respond and give me, his answer. We'll go back and forth here and there, and then inevitably, every interaction we have ends with, "By the way, not sure if you saw my last message, but really think you should check out Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave."
He's been talking about it to me for like 2 weeks.
I see it every time, and I ignore it, which leads him to like the next time I can tell he's like, "Did he not see that message?" So he'll mention it again to me. I'll just ignore it. But I watch. Everyone loves that fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it once when it first came out, and it did nothing for me.
But
I have to watch it again in a better mindset. But
it's hit or miss.
Yeah,
for me.
I just think it's better to not respond to Hack Ride when he tries to pitch it to me.
That's very funny.
It's funny too because it's such sweet innocence where he'll be like, "By the way, not sure if you saw this, but I've been mentioning I think you should leave to you," and I leave it unread again.
I can't do it.
No. We can play Hack Ride's segment for this week.
Yeah. He's gonna feel real honored. Yeah, I guess.
He better beat Tom Myers. That's for fucking sure.
That's right. All right, let's see.
So this is Hack Ride's TV hell. We took a break. Jerry's on vacation this week.
Right.
So Hack Ride piled together a little something for us.
And now your demon anger at 4 p.m. Hack Ride.
Hey there, Blind Mike and Craig. Well, this is awkward. Listen, it's come to my attention that some in chat and even Blind Mike don't like the sound of my voice. This hurts me deeply.
See?
I don't know if I said that.
I was on the right side of history on this one. You see that?
I don't know if I said that or not.
I said it was his real voice, and everyone was like, "No way."
I didn't say I disliked it.
Computer terminal every day for you elitist East Coast motherfuckers. I was going to introduce this new segment where we all laugh together at the local news from around the country. But fuck that, and fuck you in chat. You know who you are. I can't believe I'm letting these.
Well, let's not go after our beloved chatters here.
Breathe. Remember to breathe. Fun fact, you don't have to breathe in hell. So my voice is annoying and off-putting, huh, Mike? Blind Mike?
I never said that.
But can judge voices? Well, fine.
You know the shower arguments that you have? Like, I might get into a verbal argument today.
Sure, yeah.
And you basically go through it in the shower.
You prepare yourself, yeah.
I just does it on the show.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
My voice, you get this asshole. Enjoy. I'm out of here.
Oh, Hack Ride's leaving for Morgan
Blind
Freeman.
Mike and Craig, welcome to local TV news hell.
So I gotta say, Jerry Seinfeld, Alec Baldwin, Brendan Schaub, all perfect. Yet somehow the man known for his voice, this is a terrible Morgan Freeman.
Oh no, I think it's great.
I don't know why. It's not Hackride's fault. I'm blaming the technology.
What technology is Morgan Freeman?
Well, the technology that's streaming him to us. It doesn't sound like him.
Right. It's the microphones distorting his voice.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, you'd think in this day and age.
Where we laugh with whimsy at the misfortunes and folly of those in the fourth estate, as crucial to the very foundation.
Am I wrong?
I didn't even notice this. The Coffee Mug Club mug is what's on the desk right now. It's very funny. Go get those at blindmike.net.
Yes. Yeah, we got mugs.
Democracy is the Bill of Rights and the only profession specifically protected in the Constitution. Let's now take a look at a few of these local idiots who all that up.
Sounds more like Morgan Ensberg.
Who has a little.
It's tough. It sounds like Morgan Freeman just woke up.
On her mind.
Yeah, maybe.
For Jim Justice. Oh, something's in my eye. Sorry, something's poking me. I think something flew into my eye. Okay, well, we're going with it on this Friday morning.
This is a woman named Ava Rash, which is just a great name.
That's a Friday for you. Live TV, guys. You never know what's going to happen. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this. Woo! We better hold on to that camera because I feel like we are going to get blown.
Good place to stop.
Sorry, I think something flew in my mouth. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Now we check in with the NBC affiliate in Maine for a little wackiness.
We know which one stuck around on this day.
But I'm going to start saying ahoy now.
Right. You should.
Just to weird people out.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
You should totally do that.
I'm going to.
All right. Note to self, don't call Sharon. Okay, got it.
If you want to have some fun, give me a call.
I don't know if I'm understanding this bit.
Well, that's weird.
He's just there. It's a bunch of people messing up the local news.
I guess sort of, but it's not that crazy.
She said, "Call me for a good time." The other one said,
I guess. I don't know.
You could blow people.
It's all right. By the way, Hackride does great work. I don't want to insult the guy.
Oh, they're still laughing about that. I didn't realize this was a new clip. It wasn't a new clip.
Get it together, folks. That's how boring the lives of these like news people is, or at least their on-air personas are so boring that when like the slightest thing goes wrong, it's like, oh my god, can you believe how naughty we are?
I swear to God, it was the chair. Like
oh my goodness, I made an oopsie. I made a little sexy talk.
Dale, who can't help but throw a ball at a child's head.
What's really cool is that everybody can do this. It is free, and this is the first time it's kind of back to normal. Okay, I'm gonna see if you can catch. Can we try this? Oh boy. Okay, I'll be careful. You said, what did you say? Come on over. What did you say?
Hammer me.
Hammer me. Okay, I don't want to hit the little boy, but we're gonna try it. You ready? You're gonna be able to catch this? Oh no.
Right off the kid's head.
Okay.
Am I Bob Saget? I'm supposed to just add commentary to these things?
Clearly, I wasn't meant to be a baseball or a softball player. So
Text AFV at the end of the show.
That did not go as planned.
The poor kid's crying.
Okay, we're gonna get back. We'll call first aid. I'm so sorry, buddy.
These two here are just f***ing morons. I mean, honestly, these have to be two of the stupidest people on the planet, and we've all seen Ray DeVito.
Thursday.
Shot at Ray DeVito for no reason.
A woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Okay, this one's fun. Let's go back. This
Yeah,
one.
I've seen this one.
Are just f***ing morons. I
Lady
mean,
that wants to get
honestly,
double-fisted.
These have to be
Looks like she
two of the
could.
stupidest people on the planet, and we've all seen Ray DeVito.
Thursday, partly sunny skies and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
Good Lord. What did she mean?
She means beer. Guys.
She means beer.
She on YouTube.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's very funny. You haven't seen that one?
Well,
Oh, no, that one's great.
Thank you for joining me on the first.
Oh, you old open gash, you.
I hope to see you again. And just remember, You keep crawling through that tunnel of shit that you call your life.
Let's go over to Three-Hole Amy now with the news.
This is Morgan Freeman. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Morgan.
It's not over yet.
Oh, I know.
That doesn't really seem like it would be that hard. Even your boy could lay some bars on this. Tonight on the news with me, Brendan, your boy. Some nerd got murked. I guess that's what you sign up for being a nerd. See, this new shit is easy as pie. I'd also like to thank Blind Mike for his continued support as I grapple with being a full retard.
Oh, hey, Brendan, don't talk about yourself like that.
Balls deep in it. So thanks, Blind Mike, for all that you do. And Craig, I'm not mad at you, bro. When you get a chance, let's discuss your diet and pump. You could be a beast, bro. But you kind of look like you work at PF Chang's. Does that make sense? All right, boys, all the best.
It's infinitely funnier than anything I heard at his
Blind
show.
Mike and Craig.
Well, thanks, Brendan. Thank you, Papa. Well, I don't know what the fuck that was, but
There was zero microphone interference on Brendan Schaub's voice.
I don't know what the hell just happened, but that's our Hack Ride segment for the
You know,
week.
that's the thing where me and Mike play it so Hack Ride doesn't kill us while we sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing about Hack Ride. He's learning the show more and more, and I think every week he gets better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think once he 100%, I like what he's trying to do. I believe from our conversations,
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to find shit outside of
Right.
fucking Shuley and Kevin Brennan that we can talk about.
Which I greatly appreciate.
I love it. I love the idea. So I think he's just kind of, finding his stride right now. He'll get there. He'll figure it out.
Seinfeld game's a home run every time.
Seinfeld game is great, but Jerry's not available every week. He's a busy guy.
Right. He is rich as fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of shows, like car shows to film and all that. I understand.
So Hack Ride, keep swinging away, my friend. Excellent work as always. Brendan Schaub was terrific today, so thank you, Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan. Papa.
So the final verdict, I think, is that I'll be looking at hotels near Havre De Grace.
In Havre De Grace.
The one nice thing is I could probably afford a decent hotel in Havre De Grace.
I would hope so.
I would think.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's all sold out. A kid named Justin bought up all the rooms.
he's making sure people go.
Yeah, something called Myers Fest.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that is it. Oh, well, we also had a little Crystalia, right?
Shit.
What time is it here?
I might have X'd out of it. Hold on.
Attaboy.
It is 4.
Yeah, we're getting to be 2 hours. I don't know. There wasn't a lot there. I'll look more into it, but basically, a lot of people on like Reddit and social media have been trying to defame what was her name? Jezebel or Jasmine or something? One of the women accusing Crystalia. They've like done everything they can to besmirch her name, and it seems like Crystalia is using private accounts to do that, or at least people are speculating.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a burner going.
I have not heard any shows that sound like they've been recorded after the incident,
Mhm.
the Rolling Stone article, so I'm keeping an ear out for that, but we shall see. But yeah, buckle up for Havre De Grace. We'll be going June 28th if you guys want to join us.
29th.
29th, whatever.
One of those.
And we'll be there at some point. And if you want to support the show, free ways to support the show is if you're watching right now on YouTube, make sure you subscribed, for goodness sake.
Hit the bell icon. Do that.
Tap the notification bell, then you'll always know when we go live and videos drop. So do that. Hit the like button, comment. Or if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere else, leave a 5-star review. All that stuff helps the algorithm, helps get the podcast out there, and hopefully more people check it out. Tell a friend, and then a way to throw a few bucks behind us, support the show in that form would be going to the Patreon, subscribing, and getting bonus episodes of Why You Laughing. Sometimes getting these episodes early when we aren't free on YouTube, and episodes of Quincy, whatever other stuff we do. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, by the way, I should mention, that we play the Richard Ojeda drinking game. So that's incentive for you to get signed up.
Oh yeah.
And do we know? I've mentioned this stupid week free trial, but do we know if that exists or not?
I haven't seen anything on it, and I've been looking.
They emailed me, and I replied.
Oh, so maybe
I said, go to town, but
yeah, someone look that isn't signed up.
yeah, pretend you want to subscribe, and if
Yeah.
you see an option for free trial, let us know because I don't want to keep promoting it. I think it's a cool thing if they're offering it, but they've not made it easy.
1 week free trial. What a week to have it too.
You're damn right. All right. Anything else before we shove off here?
No.
Oh, I've heard. By the way, go to verygoodshow.org.
Oh yes.
Listen to a very good show. I hear since Mike Harris has left, that people have been less than pleased with the program. True or false?
So not since he. I mean, people like Mike, but the biggest problem was Tim welched on a bet, and and pissed everyone off. So this Monday, Matt is waxing his ass live on the show.
Matt is waxing Tim's ass.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, good. All right.
Because Tim wouldn't play gay for 30 minutes on Grindr. He's now going to have a man up in his ass, ripping all the hair out.
Why wouldn't he? He wouldn't go on Grindr because people would call him gay.
Yep.
Oh wow, what a man!
So now
how macho.
So now we're just gonna have video of him with the guy's hand up his ass.
Okay. All
which
right.
which will be fun. Monday night, 8:00. Let's go.
Well, keep an eye out on that, folks. I hear Craig is robbing his patrons, so make sure that's not true and report back.
It's not. And we're playing. I forget what fucking game it is with the patrons on Wednesday. It's some sort of
forget what game it is. That's rough for the host.
I forget what the title is, but it's like apples to apples, but through your phones and stuff.
Okay.
If you have a link, I forget what it is, but we'll be
Guys, if you want all the excitement of family game night, check out verygoodshow.org.
yeah, Wednesday night game night, Wednesday night.
Yeah, all right, everybody. Message me if you want to go to Havre De Grace. We'll figure it out. And talk to you guys next time. Until then, I don't have anything that I say on this show. So goodbye.
And we have a mean transition.
Sappers clear the way.